Welcome to my channel, guys. I am Vacation Junkie Mama, and my name is Jamie, and I'm here to tell you that not only do those dill pickle chips look good, they taste delicious. Now, why am I showing you a platter of fried dill pickle chips? You see, every year in October, my family and I tend to head up to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Pigeon Forge in the Great Smoky Mountains. When we're there, we always go to Mel's Diner just off of Wares Valley Road, and I always order the fried dill pickle chips there. Yes, I can get fried dill pickle chips at lots of other places, and there are many other recipes online on how to make them. But I've always had trouble getting the exact flavor that I wanted that came as close to Mel's as I could possibly get without actually going there to get them. Now, I don't want to make these all the time. That would ruin my annual pilgrimage to the diner, Mel's Diner, to get them. But every now and then you just really want something that reminds you of a vacation, something that you've got a craving for. And for me, it's these fried dill pickle chips. So I figured out a way to make them after many trial and error, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and let me show you how to make these. Okay, I've already had the dill pickles marinating for 30 minutes in the buttermilk and garlic powder. So now I want to go ahead and get the flour cornmeal mixture ready that we can put pickles in and cook and then fry and get those yummy dill pickles. Okay, we have the 2 cups of self-rising flour, 1/3 cup of self-rising white cornmeal, and 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. You can use regular black pepper, or you can grind your own for it if you like. It's just easier for me to do the already ground black pepper. And I just want to make sure this is all mixed up good. I'll stir that around a little bit. You want to use a large mixing bowl so that you can kind of flip around the pickles when they're in there, because you don't want them sticking together in huge clumps. So now I'm going to make a huge mess here, so maybe not. We'll see. Now set this to the side, and we're going to drain the buttermilk off of the pickles now. Just going to pour it in here. Yeah, I had searched so long to find a recipe that I liked well enough to compare it to Mel's. I'm not going to say these are exactly like Mel's, but they're close enough that I'm happy with it. And you know what I mean. You go somewhere and get something that you've tried before and you absolutely loved it, and you just cannot find a way to replicate it. So when you get something close enough to it, you go for it. And I don't want to have these all the time because that would ruin the experience of going back. I want to shut up while I shake these so I don't vibrate. Don't want a lot of that getting in there because it'll be just a gloppy mess then. There we go. I'm just going to set that on there so it continues to drain, and pull my flour mixture back over and just start putting some of the pickles in there loosely so that I can start tossing them around and getting them coated with the flour. Again, you don't want large clumps at a time in there because then it'll just won't be good, because you want the individual pickle to be coated. I'm going to put several in here because it's a large bowl. Just keep tossing them around. So, what is your favorite type of recipe that you, or item that you've had out on vacation that you would love to have at home? Even if it's something you can get in a lot of different places, but they may not taste as good, what would that be? And if you found a recipe for it, or if you've managed to make it to taste close, I'd love to hear about it. You can go and comment either down below in the section here on YouTube, or you can actually go to my blog, vacationjunkiemama.com, and be sure to reply there. I'm always happy to have like a guest blogger or something on there. So there's no pay involved, it's just you sharing your information with everybody else. If you had a recipe you wanted to share, I'd be happy to let you do a write-up on there. We get together and talk about it first, see what it is, and something we can think about. All right, I'm just going to take these few right now just so we can get some started. Set these to the side. And now we're going to see if our oil is up to temp. If it is, we'll be able to get these in there. While we're waiting, now I'm also going to take these out of the flour now. You don't want a lot of excess flour on it to be in the oil because you don't want them heavily coated. This is a light, crispy coating is what they have on there, and I fell in love with it. That heavy, greasy feeling like the fried green tomatoes some of them have, I don't like that. So we're just gonna, that could have been bad. Put them in here and shake off the excess flour. Set them in here to wait to go into the oil. You can get all these ready at once and put them in there while you're waiting for the oil. I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll probably edit out this part in the rest of the video because I'm still waiting for the oil to get to temp, and there's no sense you having to sit and watch me sift flour off of pickles. So I will be back momentarily. Okay, our oil is now up to temp. I wanted to get it to 360. I've got a digital thermometer here so that I can make sure it doesn't get hotter than what it needs to be, or if it's cooling down, I can turn the temperature up. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of my pickles, a few at a time. I don't want them to clump up, so after this batch added, I'm going to stir them. And my oil got a little hotter than I wanted to, and a tip to what to do is just add a little cold oil to it, and it will cool it down quickly. I think these have got stuck together, get apart. Because if your oil is too hot, it'll cook too quickly and end up burning them instead of getting them golden brown. And if it's too cold, then it's going to make them soggy. So you just, I like to do small batches at a time. You don't end up with having to freak out and rush to get them out, and you're able to control the clumping much better. So I'm going to try to get this one apart. Probably not the best idea in the world there. I don't want them clumped. It's just not good. And that's what happens when they sit in the bowl like you've got the flour on them. So you want to make sure you keep an eye on that and kind of separate them. I guess I have to deal with one clumped up. Like, oh well, not the end of the world. And I just keep an eye on it, watch my temp. And it drops whenever you add the product to it, so you want to keep adjusting your temperature. And in between each batch, you want to make sure it goes completely back up to 360 before you put in more pickles. That's why I'm not using a deep fryer. because it's hard to control the temperature with it. You can't be exact with it like you can here. You're going to want to cook these for about, these small individual chips, about 2 minutes until they get golden brown. You have to eyeball it a little bit, but set your timer, keep an eye on it, so that way you're well aware of what the temperature is. I mean, the time is on it. Right now we're at like 2 minutes, so just another moment or two in here. I'll start dipping these out. And look at that. Oh, those look so good. Except for the clumped up one, but hey, they're still good. Nobody's going to complain. They'll still eat them. And these look just like they do when I get them at Mel's. A light crispy coating, not greasy, not, you know, it's not like a tempura batter or anything. It's just some flour on there that's held on by the buttermilk, which you marinate the pickles in. These are great. I'm going to cook a little bit more of them here, and I'm going to try to toss them around. I'm going to forget this, using the tongs and just use my fingers. They're the best tool in the kitchen. You just can't use them on everything because, you know, you do have to skin. And my hands are clean. So we're just gonna, oh, that got me. You gotta be careful though. Just kind of use my, see, it's starting to stick. I shouldn't have let them sit so long after I took the flour, but they'll be okay. Just gotta get them in the oil. And since I'm adding these individually, I can just keep adding more because they're not gonna stick together. And if you find that they're getting too stuck together, you can always put them back through the flour mixture again, and that will help them not be so pasty. They won't stick so much. But on a normal batch, you're not having to wait on everything like you have to in a kitchen when you're trying to do a demonstration. So it'll go much easier for you because you'll be able to put them in there and go. And there we go. That's enough to get going there. Wiping my hands off all the time. There we go. And just kind of move around. Oh yeah, that's much better. They look nicer too when they have it stuck together. And they do look like that. It took me a long time when I got them the first time at Mel's. I tried to find a recipe for it. I was thinking everything under the sun to try, and then after looking at several different recipes, it kind of dawned on me that, hey, this sounds like what it is. Some of them had hot sauce in them, some of them had cayenne pepper, but the ones at Mel's were not hot or spicy. So I kept digging until I found a recipe I thought would work. I thought the garlic powder would be a good touch to it, and it is. These taste almost identical to Mel's. I don't know their recipe, don't claim for this to be their recipe, but it's a really close match. Almost at our time on these. We'll keep an eye on them. They'll get good and golden brown. Now you see how easy it is to make fried dill pickle chips. It's not a big mystery, and I've seen some, and I have actually tried a recipe where you had to take each individual chip, dip it in an egg milk wash, and then put it in the flour, dredge it through the flour, and then put it in the oil. That takes forever for individual pickles. This way, you don't have to take that long with it. True, if you get too many in a bowl, they're going to clump up on you. So I would suggest putting a little more flour on it and toss them around again, if that's the case. And they should be just fine from there. And this is, the temperature has gone back down a little bit, so I'm trying to get it back up a little. Oh, these are so nice. Just let them sit for a second there and finish cooking. So when your temperature does go down like mine did here, it dropped because I put several in at once instead of my just usual handful. It dropped faster than I wanted it to. So you want to keep an eye on that and don't add too many at a time. You can get excited and want to get in a hurry. That's a mistake. And that's what Vacation Junkie Mama is about, letting you know tips and tricks and letting you learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes I did. And hopefully you will have learned something out of this and will enjoy making these. Again, it's so super easy. It just takes a little bit of prep work. The 30 minutes you have to wait for the pickles to marinate in that buttermilk. But other than that time frame, you see how fast you can get these pickles. You don't have to make the whole batch. You can always split it up and make a smaller batch of pickles. But around here, with my 3 guys, these will be gone so fast that I'm gonna have to lock them out of the house just to finish filming, because they'll be in here trying to pick over these in the middle of me filming. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these served up for you and show you the finished product. I'll be right back. There they are, homemade fried dill pickle chips that taste almost just like Mel's Diner in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and if you try these, let me know how they came out. You can, again, comment below on the video, or you can go to vacationjunkiemama.com and leave a comment there. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.